the SEC just approved a totally new kind of Bitcoin ETF. Now, I do not want you to think that this is a spot ETF because that's not what they approved, but they approved something that I did not see coming. It's a leveraged Bitcoin ETF, which is really interesting because here in the US, we can't actually use any platforms that have leverage in cryptocurrency. So I want to talk about that, talk about some of the news. Bitcoin just hit a yearly high, a 2023 high. So we should talk about that too. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on that bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this as soon as I post them. And there's also that like button down there. If you don't mind just tapping it, I would really appreciate that. As we can see, the whole cryptocurrency market doing well. Over the last 24 hours, Bitcoin up 3.9%, hitting the 2023 high, bumping above 31,000. We went up to about 31,430. Now coming down just a little bit to 31,200. Bitcoin dominance continues to move up at 52% right now. And this is also a 2023 high. I believe the last time we were this high was 2021. So we continue to move higher. I've been saying this for weeks. Actually, I've been saying it for 6 months plus. But especially over the last couple of weeks, I did think this was likely to happen after the SEC came out with some regulation against altcoins. But it's not like altcoins aren't moving up. They're just not moving up as much as Bitcoin. And this is happening the same day that the NASDAQ actually is down 0.46%. So people are piling into crypto, getting ready for what's to come. And we just got a little hint of what's to come. The SEC has allowed for the launch of the first leveraged Bitcoin futures ETF in the US. Spot ETF soon? ? Now, we'll have to get more information on this ETF, what it's going to trade under, what ticker. I don't believe it says in here yet. And we'll also need to hear more about the expense ratio. I would not be surprised if it's quite pricey to invest in this ETF. We know GBTC is 2%, which is hundreds, if not thousands times more than some Vanguard low-cost ETFs and index funds. So I would not be surprised if this is expensive, but it does provide investors a new way of investing here in the US because we can't really access platforms that allow leverage. And this might actually be cheaper than some of those platforms. So I'll have to see more information about this to see if I actually want to invest in it, but it is pretty interesting. The really interesting thing is that they think that this is safer for the consumer, for the investor, than a spot ETF. I'm not really sure what they're thinking there, why they would think that this is less risky than just owning an ETF that then goes and buys spot and then sells it when you sell too. Maybe they think that's going to cause some kind of cascading effect. I haven't heard them say that, but maybe they think if some people redeem, then that pushes the price lower, which causes more people to redeem and continues in that way. I think if they think that, though, they should phrase it like that because some people might understand that. But between BlackRock and every other big institutional player talking about or trying to apply for an ETF or setting up exchanges, setting up custody services, and now this, seems like things are changing. And I talked about the IMF stance and how they're changing on crypto in my last video. I hope you got enough crypto this bear market because it seems like everyone's flipping the script and flipping their stance on crypto over the last couple of weeks. Tyler Winklevoss just posted Hong Kong is ready to lead in crypto. Had a great meeting with the SFC, Hong Kong's regulator for crypto, during Gemini's world tour. Very encouraging with their thoughtful and clear approach. Many imp industry players making Hong Kong home and a vibrant ecosystem is developing here. Exciting. That's good news to see that world leaders are actually reaching out to people in crypto to get their opinions instead of just regulating and enforcing. They're actually asking and thinking through what makes the most sense. Of course, they can change on a dime if it doesn't suit their needs, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like everyone's setting up to be able to accept crypto, regulate it, and also set some groundwork, some rules for how to transact and how to trade and how to own crypto and that kind of things, which I think is good because it just gives clarification to investors that might not be willing to invest otherwise. So overall, I think this is pushing up the market. And I said this earlier today that we could see a break past the 2023 high, and we saw that God candle up about $1,000 in just a few minutes. But let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. I don't want to keep you here too long because this is just a quick update after my longer video earlier today. If you haven't already seen that video, I'll put it on the end screen. It has a lot of great information on what happened this morning and last night. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. I have a video coming tomorrow on a position that I actually sold about 50% in over the course of this week. Be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.